Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to replace your spark plugs. And this is the 4G Eclipse, 2006 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and this happens to be the GS version, the 4-cylinder. So here's the tools you're going to need. You're going to need a torque wrench. You're going to need a spark plug socket, and this one happens to be a magnetic one. That way I can get it out of there when I loosen it pretty easily. Of course, you need your spark plugs, and these happen to be the exact ones our owner's manual calls for, the NGK laser iridium. All the links to all the parts will be in the description, okay, at the end of the video. And then you're gonna need a 10mm socket with a ratchet, okay guys? And the first step we're gonna do is loosen the battery. That's gonna be a 10mm as well. All right, after that, we're gonna take this beauty cover off, and you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5, but mine's missing, okay? So let's loosen them up first. All right, guys, we got all these loosened up. Taking them out, and we're gonna place them all in the same spot. All right, so this whole thing should come off. You also have to loosen this little thing up. All right, so that's how we're looking now. Now what you're gonna do is loosen these connections, and that's why we disconnected the battery, so we don't throw any coals. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's 4. We disconnected all the electrical part. Now we're gonna loosen these bolts. They're also 10mm. All right, so we got those loosened up. So now just get all those bolts out of your way. Set them in the same spot. I mean, in a spot that you can think of. I wouldn't mix them, even though they're all 10mm, but I don't like to mix them anyways. After that, we're gonna take the coils out. We'll just put them on the ground. All right, guys, so after that, you're gonna use your 5/8 spark plug socket, because now it's time to get the spark plugs out. All right, so we got our socket ready with our extension and our 5/8 for the spark plug. But I'm having trouble taking them off, so I'm gonna use a breaker bar for this. Anyways, guys, I got them loose with the breaker bar. Y'all let me know if that's normal. The engine hasn't been run today at all. I don't know if that's normal for it to be that hard. The torque specs is supposed to be 18 foot-pounds. So I don't know why they would be so tight. All right, guys, I got the old spark plugs out. And as you guys can see, they had a little bit of oil on them, not too much. There's the new spark plugs. As you can see, these were 100,000 miles on them, so yeah. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my extension, my socket. I'm gonna wrap this around it, and I'm gonna clean up the oil. So let me show you guys. It's not much oil, if you guys can see that? There's 2, there's number 3, and there's number 4. All right, guys, so I cleaned up the spark plug holes. So now we're gonna insert the new spark plugs. And before you do that, make sure the gap is how it's supposed to be. According to our manual, it's supposed to be 0.28 or 0.028 to 0.031 inches. Buy a spark plug gap tool to figure out if yours is the right gap. But yeah, let's go ahead and insert these. And all I'm gonna use here is the 5/8 and my extension for now. Once I do that, get it as tight as possible like that, then we're gonna use the torque wrench. So there goes one. There goes two. There goes three. And here's the last one, number 4. All right, guys, so we got all of them in. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm gonna get my torque wrench ready. And you gotta set it to 18 foot-pounds of torque, okay, guys? All right, guys, so I got my torque wrench ready here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but let's go ahead and torque it down. And it's gonna be, it's gonna click when you reach the point. You heard that? Pretty loud click. That's 2, 3, and that's 4. All right, so all of them are torqued to spec now, which is 18 foot-pounds. So after you guys have torqued everything to spec, 18 foot-pounds, it's time to put your coils back in there. And of course, after that, plug your wires back up. Then you're gonna put your beauty cover back on. And last but not least, you're gonna plug your battery up, okay, guys? Let me do that, and then I will show you guys the end result. Also, when you plug your little electrical part back onto your coil, you're gonna know it's on tight when it clicks. They make a pretty loud click, okay? All right, guys, I got it back together. The coil bolts, I did not torque them to spec. I just tightened them with my wrench as much as I could. And these bolts as well, I just tightened them as much as I could. But yeah, that's about it. Just put it together like I told you. Plug the battery back up. And now I'm gonna crank it up, see what it does. Let's cross our fingers that it cranks. Alright guys, and there you go, it cranked. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, everything will be in the description, the parts. Thank you and have a good day.